Lake Winnipeg Indigenous Collective represents the efforts of a group of First Nations from around Lake Winnipeg working together to restore the health of the lake. LWIC's vision is to ensure that sacred waters are healthy, that traditional livelihoods are restored, and that Indigenous perspectives are influential, leading to the protection and sustainability of Lake Winnipeg as a source of life for all future generations.
We're all impacted by everything that happens in the lake, and we have that common bond. We're the northernmost community that sits on LWIC, so the southern issues are a little bit different. There is regional difference with the LWIC community, so Norway Cree Nation is right at the top of the lake. Obviously, one of our main concerns is Manitoba Hydro, Lake Winnipeg regulation, that they control the lake level, they control the flow. We hosted the LWIC communities last year, and we took them out to 2 Mile Channel. So we were able to show them the erosion, some of the construction debris that's still being exposed over time from a project that they worked on 40 years ago. We're very concerned about the state, the future of the lake. We don't want another Great Lakes situation. We were concerned about drainage of agricultural lands, flood protection down south. We're worried about those pesticides, those herbicides, all those things that they're using down south and the impacts on our water. There's blue-green algae. It's really unsightly, and there's health and safety concerns as well. As we heard at the zebra mussel information session, Manitoba has 17 aquatic invasive species, and there's 2 types of mussels that they've confirmed in Lake Winnipeg and Green Lake. So we were worried about the impacts on commercial fishing. We're worried about the impacts on our infrastructure, our water treatment plant. We wanted to know how to respond. We wanted to do it proactively. And of course, one of the main things, as we heard at the session, was education and awareness. The other part of that is protection of our lakes that are not connected to the Lake Winnipeg Nelson River system, like Molson Lake. We've ensured that any floatplanes that go into the area, that they're following the regulation regarding the pontoons and the anti-fouling paint. So it's mostly education and awareness. The commercial fishery as well, it's so uncertain. This is an industry that goes back generations. The impacts on the commercial fishery, it's not just a fishery, it's not just economic impacts, it's a whole way of life. And to think that I can't even take my grandchildren where my grandfather and my father took us, it really hurts. It really does, it hurts me inside. We're just at that stage now that it's really in trouble. The lake's really in trouble, and we feel that we need to be the drivers of changing regulations, changing the way things are permitted. If we don't start somewhere, I don't know what we're gonna have. I don't know what the steps are, like how long it would take to clean it up, but we can stop some of those things that are ruining it. And Norway Cree Nation, we've been talking about the impacts to the lake, and even then, not just in response to hydro development, but to other things. And it really does impact our way of life and what it is that we can leave our future generations. And it's pretty sad, whereas we used to pick teas, medicines, and they'd show us how to dress fish and whatnot. It's not the same.